A judge sentenced a former deputy to 10 years in prison for his role in a hayride crash.
David Hetty was a passenger in the vehicle pulling the hayride loaded with children in October 2023. That crash happened near What Cheer. Last month, a jury found Hetty guilty on 13 counts of child endangerment. KCRG TV9's Grace Vance joins us live with the victims and David Hetty himself said in court today, right, Grace?
Yeah, Danielle, one of the students hurt in the hayride crash said she has struggled with her physical and mental health since the crash. Hetty, who was drinking that night and responsible for the children, expressed remorse.
I'm going to sentence you to 10 years in prison on each of counts 1 and 2.
2 years since the hayride crash that rocked the community in Keokuk County, David Hetty now knows his fate. A 10-year prison sentence.
Your Honor, I am humbly asking for mercy and grace.
Hetty was a passenger in the vehicle that was pulling the hayride when it crashed, throwing 29 children off the ride and seriously hurting 3 of them. One parent said her daughter, who was hurt in the crash, called her after it happened.
I answered the phone and said, "Hello, Shelby." Hello, Shelby was screaming, "Mom, I am okay. But some of my friends are not okay. They are hurt."
She also read her daughter's statement.
"I will never forget when we crashed, and the first thing you did as you got out of the truck was not to help the children or call 911, but to discuss with the driver what you were going to say to the law enforcement when they arrived."
Prosecutors say Hetty, now former sheriff's deputy for the county, was drinking hours before the hayride and gave alcohol to driver Dan Brubaker. The families say he betrayed their trust.
This was not an accident, it was a choice. A choice to ignore duty, to ignore safety, and to ignore the very oath that was sworn. And it has caused harm beyond words.
One student says she thinks about the crash every day and its impact on the children who were hurt and Hetty's family, who will be without him when he's in prison.
Even with my anger and hurt, I also think about your kids, one being my classmate. They didn't choose this, and they shouldn't have to go through their childhood without their father.
When Hetty addressed the court, he asked for mercy and asked the judge to consider that his family relies on him and apologize to the families his actions affected.
I hope that these children and their parents all understand how very sorry I am that they were affected by this incident.
The driver, Daniel Brubaker, previously pled guilty to charges and received a 15-year prison sentence. In the studio, Grace Vance, KCRG TV9 News.